away, Stephen.
Thank you, Maureen. Hello, everybody. My name is Stephen Trevathan, and I'm very excited to have this opportunity to deliver my icebreaker speech. So, for the topic for this speech, I have to admit, I struggled a little bit. I struggled trying to figure out how I could concisely deliver context in terms of my life and decisions and where I've come from. I looked at examples of other icebreaker speeches that were available online and tried to figure out how I could do this in a way that would fit in a 7-minute presentation. And over the course of thinking about this, a feeling kept coming up, which is, the nerves I still have when it comes to speaking in front of a group of people. And in thinking about that, it reminded me of this story that I had from childhood, from my 7th grade, which was really the first time I had to come face to face with this fear in a serious way. So going back to 7th grade, we had this special assignment that was given to our class. And for this assignment, our groups were split up into about 4 or 5 kids. And each group was assigned a specific topic to research and develop a presentation for. And the final challenge was that one person from the group was meant to give that presentation to the entire school. And when I think back on that, it's actually pretty amazing the skills for a professional that we got serious experience with just in this one small project. I'm pretty sure it was only over the course of a 3-week period that you were given the topic, given time to work together as a team, to research, to work collaboratively, and to build a cohesive start to finish presentation. But it probably is no surprise that for a group of 7th graders, no one wanted to be the person that had to present that to the entire school. And I didn't even go to a big school. It was probably 200, 300 people total, but still that was a daunting experience for a young child. And fortunately, I was the one that volunteered to say, okay, no one else is going to do this, or no one else really wants to do this, but I'll do it. And I'll tell you this, on the presentation day, I was not in a place of serenity. I was in a place of anxiety and fear. And it was something where I remember sitting in the audience that day, just trying my hardest to calm myself down and get into a place where I could get up on stage and deliver that presentation with some sense of just composure. And I remember being so wrapped up in it, I just was totally missing everybody else's presentations. I just didn't pay attention until finally I heard over the loudspeaker, "Stephen Trevathan, please come up and give your presentation." So reality crashed back into me at that moment. And like in a dream state, I walked slowly through between the aisles up to the stage. And I still remember that feeling, the harshness of the lights from the auditorium on you, the feeling, the weight of the microphone as the principal gave it and put it in my hands. And then that almost, tough to describe, that kind of hollow just expanse that you feel when you're in a big auditorium like that, looking out on the stage. I just remember taking a deep breath, giving myself a second and just beginning to talk. And the beginning of it was rough. It was very, very rough, but I made it through the presentation, and that feeling of accomplishment that, it was probably only a 15-minute presentation, but over the course of it, I started to feel a little bit more comfortable. I was able to look out into the audience and start to make a connection. And it was just something that just stuck with me. And so I got through my presentation. I remember handing back that microphone, walking off the stage, and one of my favorite teachers actually stopped me and said, "Stephen, you did a really good job, I have to say. And I applaud you for actually taking that on yourself to do for your team." And it was just that feeling that always stuck with me. And fast forwarding to today, in my professional life, it's an experience that has still had such a grounding and impactful effect on my life. It is something that I truly think was life-changing for me to have to go through that. Because in my current role as a marketing strategist, my favorite part of the job is doing the research and building a cohesive marketing strategy, putting that into a presentation, and then getting the opportunity to bring my passion for what I do and make the case to our clients of what our team can do. I love it. It is my favorite part of the job. And I just wonder that if I didn't have this experience when I was in 7th grade that I was so scared of at the time, I wonder if I hadn't just said, yes, okay, I'll do it, I wonder how it would have affected my life. Because I really can't imagine not having this feeling and wanting to. And even right now, as I'm giving this presentation to you and this really great group of people that I know is supportive and isn't going to be critical of any mistake I might make, I still feel that anxiety, that bit of that fear in the moment. And it is that type of feeling that I want to continue to come up against and face and use. I mean, I think someone just said it, that fear can really be, a good thing in these types of situations. So it is that feeling I have that is still so important. And it's something that when I think about that, I think about this experience and I think about how it really did change my life. And I hope that, I can continue to improve and bring something like this experience to this group and grow with everyone here. And I think that is the completion of my icebreaker speech. I hadn't really planned out the end of this too much, but I just wanted to get to the meat of it, and thank you, everybody.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing that incredible experience. Yes.